You're sitting on the couch, scrolling through your phone, and you feel it, your dog's paw, warm and deliberate, resting on your leg. You glance down, maybe smile, maybe give them a quick pet, and then you go back to what you were doing. But here's what you didn't realize. That wasn't just a cute gesture. That paw was a question. 1. They're not asking for attention. They're checking if you're still there. Most people think the paw means, pay attention to me, or I want something from you. And sure, sometimes it does. But more often than you'd expect, that gentle pressure on your arm or leg isn't a demand at all. It's a check-in. Your dog is reaching out to make sure the bond between you is still solid. They're not asking you to do anything. They're asking if you're still present, if you're still theirs. Dogs are pack animals. In the wild, physical contact was how wolves maintained connection and hierarchy without constant noise or conflict. A nudge, a lean, a paw placed across another's body. It wasn't about dominance or neediness. It was about presence. And your dog still carries that instinct. When they place their paw on you, they're doing what their ancestors did for thousands of years. They're making sure their person is still part of the pack. So the next time it happens, don't just pet them and move on. Pause for 2 seconds. Make eye contact. Let them see that you registered it. Because to them, that quiet paw wasn't a demand. It was a question. And your presence is the answer. That small moment of acknowledgement can shift how secure they feel for the rest of the day. 2. The pressure tells you everything. Not all paws are created equal. Sometimes it's a heavy, insistent press, almost like they're trying to pin you in place. Other times it's so light you barely feel it, like they're testing whether you'll notice. And here's the thing most owners miss. The weight of that paw is the message. A heavy paw usually means urgency. Something is off. They're anxious, they need reassurance, or they're trying to get you to stop what you're doing and pay attention to something they've noticed. A light paw is different. It's softer. It's connection for connection's sake. It's your dog saying, I just wanted to touch you. No agenda, just presence. Start paying attention to the pressure. Notice when it's firm and when it's barely there. You'll start to see patterns. The heavy paw might come right before a thunderstorm or when a stranger is at the door. The light one might show up when you're calm, when the house is quiet, when they just want to be near you without needing anything at all. Once you learn to read the weight, you'll realize you've been having conversations with your dog this whole time. You just didn't know you were fluent. 3. They're mirroring what you taught them without realizing it. Think about this. Every time you sit down with your dog, what do? You reach out. You touch them. You rest your hand on their head, their back, their side. You've been doing it for so long it's automatic. And your dog has been watching. Learning. Internalizing the rhythm of how you show love. And now they're doing it back. They've learned that touch means connection. So when they lift their paw and place it on you, they're not just asking for something. They're giving you what you've been giving them. They're speaking your language. A study out of Emory University in 2016 used Emory scans to show that dogs process human gestures and touch in the same parts of their brain that humans use for social bonding. Your dog doesn't just tolerate your affection. They've wired their brain around it. And when they reach back, they're telling you that the bond goes both ways. So when that paw lands on your knee tonight, recognize it for what it is. It's not random. It's learned love. And it's proof that your dog has been studying you more closely than you ever realized. 4. It's an anxiety test, and you're the answer. Your dog puts their paw on you right before you leave for work, or when the neighbor's dog barks outside, or when someone new walks into the room. You've probably noticed it happens during these moments, but you might not have understood why. That paw is a question. It's your dog asking, are we okay? Is this safe? Do I need to worry? And here's the powerful part. Your response is the only answer they're looking for. If you stay calm, if you don't tense up, if you acknowledge them without panic, they relax. Because to them, you are the barometer for safety. Dogs are experts at reading our nervous systems. They pick up on the micro shifts in our breathing, our posture, our tone. When the world feels uncertain, they don't look at the world for answers. They look at you. And that paw is them reaching out to take your emotional temperature. So when it happens, don't brush it off. Don't get anxious yourself. Just place your hand over theirs for a second. Breathe. Stay grounded. That's all they need. Because you're not just their person. You're their proof that everything is going to be fine. And if you thought that was surprising, wait until number 6. Because the timing of that paw reveals something about your dog's awareness that most owners never notice. 5. They're trying to interrupt something they don't trust. You're having an argument with someone in your house. Or you're crying. Or you've been staring at your phone for 20 minutes without moving. And suddenly, there it is, your dog's paw, landing on you like a gentle interruption. You might think it's random. It's not. Your dog is trying to regulate you. They've noticed that something in your body language, your breathing, or your energy has shifted into a place that doesn't feel safe to them. And they're stepping in. Not because they understand the specifics of what's wrong, but because they're hardwired to notice when their pack member is in distress, and their instinct is to bring you back. This isn't folklore. A study out of the University of Lincoln in 2018 found that dogs actively respond to human emotional distress with physical contact and proximity-seeking behavior. They're not just reacting to your mood. They're trying to change it. That paw is an intervention. The next time it happens, stop what you're doing. Even for 10 seconds, let your dog pull you out of the spiral. Because they've been protecting your nervous system this whole time, and you didn't even know it. And if that doesn't make you see them differently, I don't know what will. If this is shifting how you see your dog, go ahead and subscribe because we're just getting started. 6. The timing reveals what they're really tracking. Here's what most owners never realize. That paw doesn't come randomly. It comes at very specific moments. Right after you sigh. The second you stop moving. The instant you sit down after a long day. You've probably never clocked the pattern. But your dog has. They're reading you at a level you didn't know was possible. They're tracking micro changes in your body language, your routine, your emotional baseline. And when something shifts, even something subtle, something you wouldn't consciously notice yourself, they respond. That paw is proof that they've been paying attention to you in a way most humans never will. Dogs don't just live with us. They study us. They learn the architecture of our days, the rhythms of our moods, the moments when we're most likely to need contact. And that paw landing exactly when you exhale, exactly when you finally sit still, that's not coincidence. That's your dog showing you that they see you. Fully. Constantly. So the next time it happens, don't dismiss it as cute or random. Recognize it as what it is. Evidence that you are being witnessed. And that bond runs deeper than anything you're going to find on a screen. 7. When they do it in their sleep, they're dreaming of connection. Your dog is curled up next to you, fully asleep, eyes closed, breathing slow. And then, without waking, their paw lifts and lands softly on your arm. You smile. Maybe you think it's an accident. But here's the truth. Even in sleep, their instinct is to reach for you. That paw isn't conscious. It's deeper than that. It's the bond operating below the level of thought. It's proof that connection with you isn't something they choose to do when they're awake and alert. It's something wired so deeply into who they are that it shows up even in dreams. You are the safest place they know. And that paw, the one that finds you in the dark, in the quiet, in the space between waking and sleep, that's the bond made visible. That's love that doesn't need a reason or a reward. It just is. Your dog has been speaking to you this whole time. You just didn't know. The paw was a word.